All right, folks, I think we are live. Hi, guys. This is Miles Seegers for the BIM Transformation Team Hangout, and I'm going to say it one more time, guys, because you know what? I do not trust technology. And I got a feeling that Google sometime gets in like a funny mood, and it says, you know what? I'm going to cut off this guy's introduction. So with that said, guys, again, I'm Miles Seegers for the BIM Transformation Team Hangout, and if you guys have noticed, those of you guys who have been following me each and every week, usually it's just me going solo, delivering, content and value to you guys, which I love to do, and I'm going to continue doing. But you know what? I thought I'd invite some of my friends tonight and let you get a perspective of what we do, what we're all about, our entire world. Try to get a perspective from some other people that are, by the way, like I said, they're my friends, and not just my friends, guys. Everybody here that's on the panel, they are actually on my team. So, I'm gonna give them a chance to just talk to you a little bit, just so you can get to know who they are. They're gonna share a little story with you, and basically what they're gonna do, guys, is they're gonna share with you what brought them to this opportunity, to this quote Empower Network / BIM opportunity, which is why all of you guys are here, because I really don't think that there's too many people on this hangout that really don't know what we do and really don't know what opportunity we're in. But again, you may be a little curious. You might have been thinking about it for a while. But I want to point something out even before we get started, guys. Each one of these people that I have here on the panel, again, as I said, they're my team members, and I'll be very straight up front and honest with you guys, which I try to do every single week. I'm blessed to have these people on my team, folks. I never take for granted that the people who make a decision to work with me, make a decision to work with Empower Network BIM, I feel blessed to be working with these people. And again, they're not just my team members, they're also my friends. And real quick, guys, many of you that watch my hangouts, week after week, I appreciate you, because many of you have been joining my team, and I feel blessed to be able to work with you. But I want to make something clear tonight that, again, these guys, these people, and there is a lady here, these folks are on my team, and they also are building a team. They have their own team. So, guys, if there's somebody on the panel, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Let's just get right down to it, guys. If there's somebody on the panel that resonates with you and you want to work with them, it's pretty easy to do. But I will point this out because I'm always upfront with you guys. My Hangout page is really just coded to me. If you hit that join button, you're really going to go to my sales page. So if there's somebody on this panel, which I know there will be, somebody on this panel that resonates with you, I'm going to tell, whatever. In fact, guys, why don't you guys do that now? If you guys have a sales page link, panelists, go ahead and post it in the comments of the Hangout. And this way, if somebody wants to join your team, they can hit that link, and they can be on the road to changing their lives just like you guys have. So, with that said, and guys, take your time doing that. We're going to be here for, I don't know, maybe an hour and 15 minutes or so. You know how we do it. So, guys, uncharacteristic of me, you guys that know me, very uncharacteristic of me, I'm not going to talk that much tonight. I'm going to let the panelists have the floor, and we're just going to have some fun. Guys, listen, guys. You guys are here. Let me back up a second. Everybody that's on this hangout, you're looking for something. You're here for different reasons. I think the main reason is that most of you already have an online business. You're already doing something. I'm sure there's people here from Wake Up Now, MCA, probably some vitamin deals, nutritional. It doesn't matter. Marketing is marketing. So again, like I said, I know you're all here for different reasons, and you're looking to elevate your business or maybe to get your business going. And I also know that there's people here that have thought about making money online, have never really attempted it before. You're here to learn something. Well, I want to let you guys know that the people I have here on the panel are going to be able to teach you something tonight. And again, this is very relaxed. Guys, these are my friends. So for us, it's just like as if guys, I want you to picture this. Okay, guys, I want all of you listening, all of you watching me. I want you to close your eyes for a second. Come on, it's not stupid, guys. Go ahead and do it. Be part of the game. Close your eyes for a second, and I want you to imagine that you know, we're just somewhere vacationing. We're at the beach. You know, you know, we're at a hotel, or we're sitting in the restaurant outside of the hotel because we're at the beach, and we're just relaxing. I'm here with my friends, and I'm going to have a conversation with them, is what it is. This is not scripted, guys. We're just going to have a casual conversation. I want to talk to them and find out, you know, what they've been doing, you know, what brought them to this opportunity, and what they plan on doing with it. So, guys, what I'm giving you a chance to do, and this is really cool, what I'm giving you a chance to do is eavesdrop on our conversation. I think that's pretty cool. So that way, you know, we're not going to be hiding anything from you. We're not going to be keeping any secrets from you. We're just going to show you how we do it when we network and we travel around the world, which is what we do, by the way. So with that said, I'm just going to check the comments, guys, real quick. And I promised, I got to stick to my promise. I promised I wasn't going to talk that much, so I'm going to be moving to my first panelist, my first friend, in just about 30 seconds. I just want to check the comments, see if anybody has any questions or what have you. Okay, good. Looks like we got some people chiming in. And each and every week looks like more people are joining. Great. I love you guys. Those people who are not here, wow, if they only knew what they were missing. Soon they'll find out. Anyway, let's go back. I'm just, guys, you see me looking around because I got like 20,000 windows open on my Mac. That's how we do it. So I'm just checking a couple things. But anyway, we're back. So guys, listen. I want to introduce a gentleman to you that joined my team a while ago, and he's doing quite well. So I want to introduce you to him, and as we're talking, guys, I'm going to be asking him some questions. There may be some delicate questions, guys, that, you know, guys, we're very, very honest here. Again, I like to, guys, you guys know, I'm an internet marketer. That's what I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or pull any punches. You guys know what I am. You know why I'm here. I'm an internet marketer. And I basically sell products online. But you know something else I found out during that process of selling products online, I found out that I could help and show other people how to do it and help them change their lives. So, guys, what I'm trying to say is I like to be very honest on my Hangouts. I may ask the panelists some questions that they might feel uncomfortable answering. Because remember, this is just my friends. We're just talking here. We're not focusing on that there may be 100 or 1,000 people watching us. We're just having a conversation. So, you know, if I ask one of the panelists a question and they're not comfortable answering it, I expect you guys to respect that. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there. But let me get going because we're already 15 minutes into it. So, guys, how about giving a great, big, huge welcome, first of all, to all of my panelists, okay? Huge welcome to everybody. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes.
Guys, listen, guys, seriously, guys, even though you guys are my friends, you know, I really want to thank you for being here because by being here, you are giving up something, which a lot of people don't understand. The something I'm going to mention is the most valuable thing you have. Folks, if you get this twisted, you're not going to be successful with anything you do in life. And folks, the most valuable thing you have is your time. It's not the courses you've bought. It's not the opportunities you've joined. It's even not the money you have in the bank. You know what I mean, folks? Because the bank can burn down. It's your time. It's your time and the knowledge you have up here. Nobody can take that from you. I mean, your time can go away, but it's up to you to manage it. So, guys, again, I just want to thank you for coming on the Hangout and hanging with me. So with that said, guys, man, I have a hard time sometimes getting to the point. With that said, guys, I want to welcome my first panelist. His name is Napoleon Byars, and he's all the way from the great state of Georgia?
Georgia, Atlanta.
So, Napoleon, first of all, why don't you just kind of introduce yourself to everybody, and then me and you are just going to have a conversation.
Okay, well, I'm from Atlanta. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you fine.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And as Miles said, my name's Napoleon Byars. And uh-oh.
No,
Can
I'm
you see it?
good. I'm good.
Okay.
Good. We're cool.
Okay, cool. I just lost the picture for a second. But I'm from Atlanta. My name is Napoleon, and I'm a part of Miles's Big Idea Mastermind team. And I'm in the process of building my own successful team as we speak right now. So I've been a part of this internet marketing. I did internet marketing for a few years off and on, but really consistently for the past year. And I've made a lot of money with it. So that's pretty much it so far, unless Miles has some direct questions he wants to ask me or wants me to get into my story or exactly how he wants me to do this.
Yeah, I do, brother. I do have some questions for you. So now that you've gotten the introduction out of the way, now it's just me and you. And we've talked and we've met several times. You know, we've hung out at some events, you know, around the country. And, you know, you know, we're always so busy at these events and you know, people want you here, people want you there. You don't really have a chance to sit down and talk. And by the way, guys, the next event that you guys all get to and we're all together, we definitely need to go out together as a team and you know, just have a big old team dinner. We definitely need to do that. So, yeah, Napoleon, what I wanted to know, and I do know your story, brother. What I wanted to know is, see, you have an internet marketing background already. And I know you were quite successful with it. What I wanted to know is, you know, what attracted you to Empower Network BIM? Which, by the way, folks, that's what we are. We are members of Empower Network, and we use Big Idea Mastermind as a marketing system to, you know, promote and sell Empower Network products. But with that said, Napoleon, like what, you know, again, I know you were successful before, so. What is it that attracted you to this opportunity? What kind of piqued your interest?
Well, basically, it wasn't even on Empower Network because I didn't even know anything about Empower Network until really I pulled out my credit card and started entering those numbers. So it got started with the $25 blogging platform. It was all Big Idea Mastermind, to tell you the truth. And I was actually attracted to the marketing system. But what attracted me before that was actually Miles himself. You, my man, your story.
Oh, thank you.
Because the thing about it is, just backing up a little bit, I've had, I would say, mediocre success online, and it's growing as we speak right now. But just backing up a little bit, say to like around 2009. And a lot of people don't know this. I actually just informed this to Miles a few days ago when we actually spoke. Back in 2009, I had my life really changed for the better or worse, that you might say. In 2009, I was actually sentenced to 10 years in prison. And with a 3-year sentence that I had to serve. Back in 2009. And through the grace of God and being that I've never been in any prior trouble, I ended up going to prison, and I was released in about a year due to good behavior and things like that in 2010. But after my release, I still had another serious situation that I was dealing with. I was actually I was dealing with another case at the time upon me getting released, where I was actually looking at a 20-year sentence with a mandatory 5 to 7-year sentence.
Wow.
Through the guidelines and how they do the sentencing and stuff like that. Just bad decisions. I mean, everybody has choices in their life. I just made a few bad decisions. But through the grace of God, a lot of praying and really staying focused, I was actually acquitted of all the charges in 2010, which to this day I still wouldn't be released right now if I would have been convicted. But after that happened, basically that was my get out of jail free card. It was a new start on life. But I knew I had to make a change. I knew I had to make a decision. But while I was incarcerated, I did a lot of reading. I conditioned my mind. That's where it really started off, because once I got out, I knew exactly what I was going to do, which was direct sales and real estate. So once that situation was over with, I started reaching out, trying to find the right people really to get access to, because I didn't know anybody that was making the type of money that I wanted to make, or had this type of success that I wanted to have. So there was the internet. So in early 2013, I actually reached out to a gentleman, and it really wasn't for a program or anything like that. It was just for some coaching. And I paid around $1,700 for just for some coaching, which a lot of people would not do. Now, with me doing that, he actually taught me and started teaching me about this internet marketing industry. In a short period of time, I made a lot of money. My biggest month online was around $8,000, but I was actually checking some things today, and I really had about an $11,000 month online. Which was not too long ago. But at the time, I plateaued. You see what I'm saying? And I really felt that I couldn't go anywhere else or move. I was at a glass ceiling at the type of internet marketing that I was doing. And I was on Facebook, and I came across Miles. And I was just looking at his story, looking at the success, and I'd always wanted to get into affiliate marketing. But I never had that person that could really show me exactly what I needed to do, because back when I was interested, it was all the clickbait products. But I didn't know anything about traffic, conversions, really the mindset thing or anything like that. So I reached out to Miles, and it actually took him about 2 months for him to get back to me. Because I did it through Facebook.
Really?
But at the time I reached out to him, I really just sat down and was really trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Because at the time I was in a network marketing company doing direct sales.
Bro, let me stop you for a second. Yeah, I remember. You know what? I was telling my wife about this. You know why it took me a while to get back to you, brother? Because a lot of people are not aware of this. And guys, if you're not aware of what I'm going to say, make sure you check this. In your message inbox for Facebook, you have another box. It's called like an other inbox. Yeah. And most people don't check that. So what happened is Napoleon's message had went to that other inbox. It's not your main box. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Check your inbox. You'll see there's another inbox. And his message, as well as other messages from other people, were sitting in there for like 2, 3, 4, 5 months. So that was my bad. But you know what, brother? I don't worry about that stuff, because I know that God's in control, and it doesn't matter. Like, if I thought I might have missed you, if we were meant to hook up and get together, then it would be.
Exactly, because it happened right at the right time. Because the thing about it is, right when Miles had reached out to me, I just made around $10,000, $11,000 online in 1 month, which just blew my mind. And once I saw that I could sell a product and do something online without having to talk to anybody, without having to do a 3-way call, do a home meeting, write my comp plan on a whiteboard, I was sold on it, on that aspect. But I was going through the stage where I was doing a network marketing company. I was wholesaling real estate property, but I was doing internet marketing. And when I would focus on my internet marketing business, when I hit that $10,000, $11,000 a month, that's all I was focusing on. But my real estate business dropped, and my network marketing dropped. My network marketing company dropped. But when I focused on my network marketing company, that would spike. My real estate would drop, and my internet marketing would drop. But the thing about focus is, it's not so much on focusing on one thing. It's about saying no to the 100 other things that come your way, the 100 other offers that come your way. You see what I'm saying? So at the time, I really had to reevaluate where I wanted to go in the next year, 90 days, really, 6 months, year, and 2 years. And I really decided to do internet marketing. And about 3 weeks later, Miles reached back out to me. So the timing kind of meshed together all in a whole. It was around the end of December, beginning of January, something like that. Yeah. And he reached out to me. He told me about the Big Idea Mastermind System. And before I even got started, though, me and Miles had about a 2-hour conversation. And I told him my goals, where I wanted to be, the type of results that I wanted to have. And the thing about it is, he told me what he can do for me, and he made himself super, super accessible. And that's really what made me join. It really wasn't anything to do with Big Idea Mastermind, to tell you the truth, or Empower Network. It doesn't matter what opportunity he was in. He was already successful in it, and he was making himself accessible to me, and where I could duplicate his success. Because one thing I do know about it is success leaves clues, and is highly duplicatable, especially if you have somebody you can model. So really, more than anything, that's what attracted me to Miles, and that's what I do for everybody that I build my team with. I make myself highly accessible. So once I got involved with Big Idea Mastermind, he laid the blueprint out for me, laid the system out for me. Any questions that I had, he was there. And like I said, I started generating income within 3 weeks. So it didn't take me long at all. And it really didn't have anything to do with because I had internet marketing experience, because I was doing a total another kind of internet marketing. You see what I'm saying?
No, brother,
So,
you know what you had to do, and I think we talked about this. I love that saying that Bruce Lee, my childhood hero, talks about, and also Bob Proctor, by the way. I think Bob, you know you did, Bob. Bob stole this from Bruce Lee about emptying your cup. You know, and brother, when you came, you know, to my team, again, you had a lot of experience. So you had a pretty full cup, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you had to pretty much empty your cup, which is hard for a lot of people to do because some people think they know it all. But
exactly.
You were a very good student, willing to empty your cup and to refill it, which, you know, now has turned you into a great mentor for your team.
Exactly. And like I said, you give the keys. Everybody wants to know the secret. You see what I'm saying? And really, there is no big secret. The secret is just finding somebody who's already succeeding in the industry that you want to do, reaching out to them, and duplicating that type of success. And the thing about it is, you really just have to be driven. Be driven and have the right type of mindset. Because with internet marketing, a lot of people think just coming into the home-based business, this internet marketing world, they think it's real easy. They think they don't have to do any work, and they think basically they have a lottery ticket mentality. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why a lot of people think it's oversaturated, internet marketing, but it's really not, because 75-80% of the people really quit because of that lottery ticket mentality, which I don't mind, because it just makes it a lot easier for everybody else. But the thing about it is, if you're getting involved in this and you're asking, well, if I work really, really hard, how long will it take to make money? That's the wrong question. That's a job question. You see what I'm saying? If I do this for 90 days, will I see a return? That's another job question. You see what I mean? Because what if it takes just a week after you quit before you have success? You see what I'm saying? But you still quit. So if you already have that quit button program, you're never going to make it. You see what I mean? So that's really the key right there. And the thing about it is, when you want to do the entrepreneur thing, the internet marketing, the home-based business thing, there's really so much work that's involved, because it's just like an iceberg. You only see the success right here, but you don't see everything it took below here. You see what I mean? And the thing about it is, all this work from here all the way to here is the most insane, crazy work that you will do in your life to build this business. You see what I mean? And if you can make it from here to here and really do it, and really just figure out a few key things, you don't have to figure out everything. You just have to figure out 1 or 2 different marketing strategies and start making progress. And I told somebody this day before yesterday. When it comes to progress, just like running a Facebook PPC ad, you might not get a sale right then, but the thing about it is, you create an ad, your ad gets approved, and you get a click. That's progress. Then you go back, you may not got an opt-in, but you go back, you redo your landing page, redo your video, and then you get an opt-in. That's even more progress. You didn't get a sale, but you made progress. You see what I'm saying? And you just keep tweaking and keep doing it, but focus on that one thing, and then next thing you know, you get an email, like I did today about 3 hours ago from Dave and Dave, that just say, hey, you just referred somebody into the viral Blogging Academy and earned a $25 commission. You see what I'm saying? And the way Empower Network has it laid out, it's really so easy to be successful. You just have to stay consistent, because I know people in network marketing that have to have 5,000 to 10,000 people in their downline just to pull $10,000, $15,000 a month.
That's crazy.
With Empower Network and Big Idea Mastermind, this is how minimal amount of people you really have to have in. I did the numbers on this. And this is just at the low level. Just to receive a $10,000 to $20,000 residual income, all you need is 400 people at that $25 level, which will bring you $10,000 a month. 400 people. I don't know any other network marketing company. We're not a network marketing company. We're direct sales. I don't know any other company that you can bring 400 people in and receive $10,000 a month. But out of that 400 people, all you have to do is have 100 of them upgrade, and that's another $10,000 a month, just at the inner circle and the basic level. So easily you're pulling $20,000 a month, and it only takes a little over $8,000 a month to bring in a six-figure income a year. So you can do the math and see how simple it really is. You just have to make it from here to here and do all that work that a lot of people don't want to do, because when they get involved and they see what's involved, they look at this big mountain that's way up here. They're like, oh, that's too much work. I don't want to do that. I don't want to blog. I don't want to learn SEO. I don't want to find a ad provider. I don't want to figure out how to market. I just want a list of 100,000 people, and I just want to drive traffic to them. But it doesn't work that way. You got to dig your own wells, and that's exactly what I did. That's what Vic said to do. That's what Bob said to do. I mean, and that's what I did.
Hey guys, can I say something to you folks? See, folks, here's what I'm talking about. This gentleman joined my team really not that long ago, and here I am sitting here listening to him. I'm taking notes myself. Again, guys, I want you folks to get this really, really clear. You know, I said it in the beginning because I had to get that out of the way. We are internet marketers. We sell products online. But we do a lot more than that. I like to think of us as a leadership factory, a character development factory. You heard this gentleman's story, which by the way, Napoleon, that was fantastic. I appreciate you sharing that with us, brother. But again, I mean, I'm just being very honest with you guys. If I was kind of like just, gotten an email and I'm just kind of sitting back watching, kind of hiding behind my computer, and I'm just kind of like, let me see what these guys have to say. If I knew nothing about this business and I was listening to this gentleman, I'd be like, you know what? He makes a lot of sense. I think I might like to work with him, because that's the vibes I'm getting from him, guys. And just another little tip for you real quick. I took a bunch of golden nuggets from what Napoleon said. One of the main things I pulled out of what he said was, and I hope you guys caught it, people join people. For all of you network marketers out there, all of you internet marketers, all of you business owners, that have a brick and mortar store, people join people. Don't get it twisted. People join people. So, with that said, Napoleon, brother, I appreciate you sharing your story. That was fantastic, bro.
No problem, no problem. But really, real quick, one last thing I want to add. A lot of people want to bypass this and say it may not work. A lot of it has to do and really starts with your mindset. You're really conditioning your mind to be in the form of an entrepreneur. And something I'm going to say I really haven't discussed with a lot of people. I didn't even put it on Facebook, because I only put positivity on Facebook. I never put anything negative on Facebook. But I told Miles about it.
Oh, you know what? I was going to bring it up, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to share that. But it looks like you're going to. So we got a few more minutes. The floor is all yours. And I'll tell you something. You share this story, brother. I know it's tough. But you are going to touch a lot of people that what happened to you probably happened to them today or yesterday. It happens every day, brother. So, hey, go right ahead.
Well, about a week ago, little under a week ago, something like that, my house burnt down. all the way down to the ground. The only thing that was left was the chimney. I know you see me giggling and laughing about it, but I mean, there's nothing you can do. You see what I'm saying? What's done is done. And the only thing.
By the way, folks, I just have to interrupt. You know, people say things like, they give like an analogy. When he says it burnt to the ground, folks, he sent me the pictures, and I showed my wife, and we both were pretty upset. It burnt to the ground. All that's standing is the chimney.
Yeah, that was all that was standing was the chimney. And like I said, and that's why I say a lot of it has to do with your mindset, because if you're not conditioned the right way, that could affect a lot of people differently. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to build a business with no other type of income. You see what I mean? I don't have another job. I don't have to go out anywhere and clock in for somebody for 40 hours and come back here and work on my business 2-3 hours a day. This is all I have. This is all I do. So I have no choice but to make it work, despite what anybody else may say or how people are in your ear saying that it won't work. It's just this internet marketing thing. You just have to push that to the side, because you deal with bullshit 24/7 all through the day. People's lives change 6 months at a time, but you can change your life in 90 days. You see what I'm saying? So even though I did lose my house, it's something minute to me, because to reach the certain type of success that I want to achieve and that I want to have my team achieve, you're going to deal with different things along that route. And all it is a test to see if really you can hit that success that you want to have, because it's not going to come easy. You're going to have roadblocks day in and day out, whether it's your house burning down, whether it's your spouse giving you hell about this business that may not be producing, whatever it may be. You just have to condition yourself and be in the right mindset and keep your intention of everything that you're doing in the forefront. You see what I'm saying? And if my mind wasn't conditioned the right way, if I didn't listen to audios every day, if I didn't read every day, that could have broke anybody just with their house burning down. But thankfully I had myself positioned where it wouldn't have affected me like it could have affected some other people. But yeah, that's a big thing that I just dealt with. And just losing memories and stuff like that, that'll be hard for anybody to deal with, but I just can't let that get in the way of the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? So that I just wanted to add that little bit in.
Well, really appreciate that, brother. And I think what it is, in fact, I know that no matter what happens externally, right? No one can take away your why. So as long as your why keeps pulling you towards it, nothing's going to stop you. And again, folks, I mean, this guy's been communicating with me since it happened. He's been working. I don't know how he's still doing it, but he's still doing it. So I definitely applaud you, brother. I definitely applaud you.
Well done.
So, with that said, folks, we are going to move on to our next panelist, and I'm excited to have this guy on. You know, well, let me get off that thing right now about panelists. There's certain words I just cannot stand, and panelists seem so stiff, but you guys know what I mean. We're going to move on to my next friend, and I'm really honored to have this guy on, because he's all the way from, as they say, down under, and I don't know what it is, guys. I have this fascination with Australia. And the fascination will become a reality. I've never been there, but I am going to go to Australia. This internet marketing lifestyle has afforded me the opportunity to do that. So get the guest room ready, Lawrence. You might have a guest soon. So with that, folks, I want to introduce my next friend to you. This gentleman's name is Lawrence Smart. He's on my team. And I'd just like him to share with you who he is, why he's here, and just talking a little bit about his story. How you doing, Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Miles. How are you?
I'm fantastic, brother. Good to see you.
It's great to be here. I'm Lawrence Smart from Sydney, Australia, and I suppose just to sort of Napoleon, congratulations on where you're at, mate, and where you're going. It's a hard thing to come back from where you've been, mate. So
Hey, Lawrence, I got to interrupt you for a second because you know how we do it. I should put something up that says this is the real hangout, not those other structured, stuffy hangouts. This is the real. I think I made a misslip. For some reason, did I say Lawrence Tam?
No, you said Lawrence Smart, so no worries.
For some reason, I could have swore I said Lawrence. I love you, brother, but you have nothing to do with our hangout. Lawrence Smart. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Yeah, so, listen, I suppose, why did I get involved with Big Idea Mastermind and Power Network? I suppose a bit of background. I've been in business from a very young age with my family. We've always been in business. I had been self-employed for yonks, really. And, I was in the fitness industry. I don't know whether Miles knew that, but I'm an amateur bodybuilder as well, and won a few comps there, and always had the fitness side of things there. I've owned Broadway Gym in Sydney, Australia, and did very well out of that. Obviously, just on the gym side of things, I took that from 300,000 up to 1.8 million in 18 months. So it was about having a product, doing the marketing, and that really went well. So from there, I sold out. I went into the hair industry, and I started a chain of hairdressing salons. Miles knows this, and I've got we did about 5 of those. And I've been doing that for 11 years, so I've done like 11 million, like $1 million a year, which is pretty good going. But the landscape is changing out there. The economy has changed, everything is changing. So in 2007, I haven't told anyone this story, and this will be the first time I'd share it. Even Miles doesn't know this. The GFC, was it 2007, Miles, I think? GFC came?
I believe so.
2009. 2007. Anyway, the GFC hit. Me and my wife were doing very well out of what we were doing. Yeah. And, we had a young child, 2-year-old, and, the GFC hit, and my wife lost her whole business, which was doing $500,000 a year. And from that, our relationship fell apart. And it was a sad sort of thing. I lost my child. My wife took my child. And I had nothing. I walked away just with a car.
I've been there, brother. It's okay. I've been there. You know what? A situation I was in long time ago.
Yeah, so
I walked away with my car, and the opposing party tried to take that. But take your time, brother. We got all night. Take your time.
Yeah, listen. It was one of those hard situations. I made a ton of money, and then lost it all. It was a hard thing to take on board and deal with. I ended up going back to my mother's house and living in a room for about 3 years. And the only thing that kept me going was business. I had the hairdressing salon still going, and you know what? If it wasn't for the business side of things, I wouldn't be here today, Miles. I wouldn't be successful again. So after that, coming out of that, I built up the money again, bought a new property again, met my dream woman, and we're going to be married in the near future, and things are fantastic, Miles.
That's great.
But I realised then and there that, I want to do well, get back to where I was, because, Miles, as you know, there's another world out there when you're making a lot of money, and the doors open up. My God, the cars, the holidays, the people you meet, and, is it about the money? I don't know whether it's just about the money. It's about the lifestyle and what you can give to your family, and that's where I'm coming from, mate.
I think it's about the lifestyle, and just one other thing. I mean, it is about the money, but I'm just saying from my perspective, to me, it has a lot to do with children. Because I remember when I was a child and my parents, they were just average blue-collar people that gave me all they could, but they wanted to give me more. And, the being able to take your children and show them the world and expose them to more things and just being able, it really has a lot to do with children. Being able to give them the education you really want to give them. I'm not talking about spoiling them. I'm talking about exposing them to more things. Again, we should call it let's not get it twisted show. Money is important because it breeds a lifestyle that you really just can't achieve without it. Sure, you can be happy without money. I mean, sure, you can be happy broke, but we're not talking about that here. We're talking about providing a better lifestyle for our families and ourselves. Lawrence, I just had to put that in, brother.
Yeah, no worries, Miles. Yeah, listen, where was I suppose. So yeah, coming out of all that, you tend to go, well, I want more again, and it's happening as we speak. The businesses are keeping me really well, but obviously, why am I in Power Network BIM? It's because the landscape where I'm at, I'm in the Westfield shopping centres, and that's all changing. The rents, CPI going up every year. I'm paying out per month $30,000 a month to keep a couple of shops going. You got 30K, you got wages, you got GST, you got your taxes, you got sick pay, you got holiday pay. You have to pay out, 30 staff, which I run. And I looked at all that and I go, you know what? I got to move from that. I got to move away. So my thing was, I was looking online for a business that would give me not only direct sales miles, but also the passive income, and I mean real passive income.
Yes, I understand.
This monthly thing. And Napoleon hit on it before, talking about the numbers. I'm a bit of a numbers guy because people can tell me what you want, but when it comes down to it, let's see your bank account. Let's talk about the numbers and what are you really doing. At the end of the day, people can talk as much as they want. So I did the numbers, and I looked at the basic and the inner circle, which is the $25 and the $100 per month.
Yes.
All you need, you've done the numbers, Miles, is 67 people, 67 people, which gives you, like I've got numbers here, I'm just looking over here, which gives you, about $8,500 a month. Times that by 12, you've got $100K a year passive.
And folks, for those of you, I never assume anything. For those of you that don't know what passive means, residual, that means, folks, if you don't get out of bed, you decide not to get out of bed, the money will still come in.
Oh, fantastic. And once I realised this, I go, you know what, this is what it's all about. I challenge anyone out there, show me a better business than this. This is like perfect. If you want to live from, I'm in my home office. It's 20 past 10 of the morning here in Sydney, Australia, and I'm just kicking back, doing a hangout, and I can do whatever I want. Sure, I've got the businesses in the background, but times have changed, and they're not doing as good as what they used to, because of what's happening out there. So I'm moving. My 2-year plan is to really kick off BIM and make that the business. And I've spoken to Miles about this.
Got to interrupt, bro. BIM, Big Idea Mastermind, brother, has got a plan for you.
Fantastic.
Folks, I got to put this in. I'm already getting upset. Those of you, seriously, because those of you who BIM's all over the internet, everybody knows about it, BIM, yeah, we heard it. You know what, folks? You have not seen nothing yet. I've seen some of the stuff that's going on in the background, what Vic Stryzus has brewing. Folks, you have not seen nothing yet. Wait till you see, that's all I'm going to say, wait till you see where BIM is going and what we plan on doing. You just wait. Sorry, Lawrence, I just had to get that in.
Beautiful. Good on you. So, yeah, listen, the business is perfect for anyone that's looking for a way out, and I mean, you know, the 9 to 5 people that have a job, it's risky to have a job, I believe, these days, because I've seen it. At any moment, the boss of the company can close down, boom, you're gone. You know, I think 3 car manufacturers in Australia have shut down because they're taking their manufacturing and so forth over into the Asian countries and into America because it's so much cheaper to do it there. What happens to those thousands of people that have been working there for 20, 30 years and now they're finished? So, you know, that's where I'm going. I'm saying, why do I do it? It's because I know that this style of business would be perfect. It's perfect for me. The passive income and the direct sales are just the cream on top. It's incredible. So yeah, listen, that's my story. You know, thanks, Miles, for having me on. Really appreciate the time, buddy, and meeting everyone and everyone out there. Enjoy.
Well, thank you, Lawrence. Now, I know you pretty well, and again, that's why I love these hangouts. You know, because you shared some stuff with me that I didn't know, and that's why I love this business, because, you know, the products making money online, which I love to do, that's just the vehicle. I mean, it's really about people. I love working with people and hearing their stories and sharing their successes as well as their struggles. I mean, again, I've taken notes here. I hope you guys watching, leave Facebook alone. Stop playing with your cell phone. You should be taking notes because my friends are dropping nuggets here. I'm writing this down. You don't believe me? Lawrence Smart. He's a businessman. Been very successful. Made a lot of money. He understands that in the 21st century, you know, 2014 right now, he needs to position himself for what's coming. Those of you that are listening to me right now that are experienced internet marketers, been around for a long time, and you probably know your stuff, but there's some things you might not know. For example, those of you that were kicking butt, listen to me. Those of you that were kicking butt in the 90s, 1996, way before I started this, you remember Google AdWords. I know you do. If you had a pulse, you could make money with Google AdWords. Well, folks, I got news for you. The new Google AdWords, this might be the first time you're hearing this, the new Google AdWords is Facebook. Facebook PPC. I'm not talking about putting food on Facebook or your kids or your pets. I'm talking about using it as a business person in creating strategic ads, which you know, you'll learn if you work with any one of these people here. In fact, I know my friends, okay, and I know they have great teams, and I know that they can teach you how to develop your PPC skills. So, guys, excuse me, guys, that's just a tip. That's just a short tip that, and you don't have to believe me. You can sit back and you can watch us go on by. Trust me, folks. And by the way, Facebook marketing, Facebook PPC is just beginning.
Yeah.
It's just beginning. It's the new AdWords. Again, it's going to be like the way Google AdWords back then. It's going to reach its peak, and it may fall off. It may tail off. But forget about that. For now, it's the place where you want to position yourself. The only other thing I wanted to say, folks, you heard him. You heard what Lawrence said. You know what his personality is like now. I'm going to tell you something. This guy can help you. He can help you. You want to build your business. You want somebody with a professional background. I mean, a guy that's done the brick and mortar thing. You need to hook up with Lawrence. He knows what he's talking about, and I respect him highly.
Yeah. Listen, just before I go, Miles, if I could just say one thing, mate.
Yeah, brother.
You know, one thing, guys, that you know, if you do get into this business, you know, I would say, Miles, thank you for being there for me, for one. You know, you keep me motivated, buddy, and it's good to know you are actually there as a real person and hanging out on Facebook and answering anything I need. So once again, thank you, Miles.
You're welcome, brother. Definitely welcome. Thank you for sharing your story and coming on. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Listen, guys, we're gonna move to my next. You know, this is this. You know, I'll tell you something, guys. God always has a plan. Because the next gentleman, and then the gentleman and the beautiful lady after this gentleman, these two guys, these people, I've met them because our paths have crossed because of our backgrounds. You know what I mean? Our paths have crossed because of our backgrounds. And guys, you know me. I have a real estate background, which, by the way, I'm very proud of. Has taught me a lot of things. I don't do that anymore because I'm too busy doing this, which I love to do. And there's only 24 hours in a day. But you know what? I might clone another Miles, and that other Miles will do the real estate. Because I still love real estate. Just don't have time for it. Plus, I'm making too much money doing this. But anyway, Gil, what's up, brother?
What's up, Miles? Thanks for having me on the session. Is it coming out loud and clear?
You sound fine. You know what, Gil? If you can turn your mic up a little bit more, but other than that, you sound okay.
Test, test. Is that better? Can you guys hear me much better?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So I'll try to talk a little bit louder in the mic. Thank you for having me on your Hangout. And definitely want to tip my hat and you know, props to Napoleon and Lawrence for, you know, sharing their background, their challenges. And I mean, it's just awesome because you think you've had a rough day, and then you hear these stories that these other entrepreneurs are going through and are pushing through, and you're just like, you know what? Maybe today wasn't so bad, and I can actually do this.
Yeah, brother. And listen, but before you get too far in, just again, real quick, just because I'm sorry, I don't know if I pronounced your last name correctly, but anyway. You can do it. Just introduce yourself to you know, to all of our friends watching, and just so they know exactly who you are.
Awesome, definitely. Well, my name is Gil. My you know, full name is Gil Palencia Canlas. I am born and raised in the Philippines, and I actually just moved here.
Gotta stop you. I knew I liked you for some reason. Seriously, and I can say this because my wife knows, my beautiful wife, which I love to death, but way before I met my wife, guys, I used to date a lot of Filipino women. I think they're beautiful. I used to date a lot of Filipino women, and also my hero is Manny Pacquiao. So I'm on your side, brother.
Right on, right on. He just won his fight recently, too, and yeah, I moved, you know, to the United States back in 2007 because I wanted to actually get into entrepreneurship, start my own real estate company, and build a business. And I started out as a valet attendant over at the Hyatt Burlingame in San Francisco, working the graveyard shift. I saved up all of my tips and my hourly wages up until I could, you know, have some money for a marketing budget and, you know, start my little real estate company. And, you know, fast forward a few years later, I am a full-time real estate rehabber, so I fix and flip properties here today. And, you know, just recently, started building out an online income. And, you know, it started from a couple of different reasons. Like you and like many of the other entrepreneurs that are, you know, on this session, you guys are here because you're pursuing ongoing education. You want to network with like-minded individuals. And I remember sitting next to an entrepreneur at a marketing conference, and we were kind of sharing best stories and best practices on how my business was going, how his business is going. And basically what really caught my attention was how he made as much money through his little rinky-dink website as much as I did, spending 3 months gutting a house, fixing it, and flipping it, putting it back on the market. And when, you know, when he said that, he definitely got my attention. And so, you know, that launched my whole journey and experience here, building an online income. I got connected with you, and you mentioned how things happen for a reason. And I had a lot of things going on in my life. I had my real estate projects going on. I had other training and speaking things going on. And oddly enough, I was always telling myself, look, we have to take this online income thing seriously. There's definitely something there that I know we can do or we should get into. And then one day, a man who I thought was my business partner and mentor takes off with our entire real estate or all our websites, all the digital assets and everything that I'd worked towards over the last couple years building up. And so all of a sudden, I have to basically start from ground zero. Some people, the equivalent of that is getting a call saying that your boss just fired you from your full-time job, and all of a sudden everything is now, you have all this other time on your hands. And on that day, I came across your content online and was like, well, I asked for it, and it might not have fallen on my lap the exact way I was hoping it, to, but, everything just opened up.
Yeah. I hear you, brother. Isn't it weird how, God works in mysterious ways,
Yeah, I do think so. And, it all happens, for a reason. And, I've been working online, just kind of following the different tips and strategies that you had mentioned. A couple of the guys said it earlier. I can't stress that enough. One of the things that I was definitely looking for is an active group of online entrepreneurs, people who are actually in the trenches doing these things, implementing their strategies. I wasn't necessarily looking for the guy making the buku bucks or $1 million, something crazy like that. I was just looking for real people doing real things online. And not only did I find those entrepreneurs, but I did find, the online marketers that are actually doing 6-7 figures. So it was pretty crazy. It blew my mind.
Yeah, and it's nice, brother, when you don't have to. I don't know if you had any rental properties, but it's nice when you don't have to be dealing with tenants and what's the other line they always use? Toilets. Something about toilets at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what that is, but
yeah, the leaky faucets and the busted toilets.
Yeah.
The headache of a tenant, property inspectors. I mean, just from a business model standpoint, I was able to take a whole month off in February of this year, just traveling Southeast Asia. And what kept me going, real estate-wise, everything went to a grinding halt once I left. I live in Los Angeles, California. That's where we flip houses and a few other markets in the Midwest. And once I had left, none of my real estate projects really moved forward, right? It's a very hands-on type of business model. On the other hand, by the time I had started working with you, setting up the website, the digital assets, I was making money online even while I was away. So it was pretty awesome that you could travel. I mean, I was gone for a whole month. Sales were coming in, affiliate transactions and commissions were coming in. So it was definitely pretty awesome.
Yeah, brother, and I know because I try to get to know all of my team members. If they want to get to know me, and I know that you're always traveling. I know that's a passion, Gil, of yours to travel. I mean, guys, usually when me and him are talking on Facebook, so one post, he's in this country, and then the next time I talk to Gil, he's in this country. So, and I'm always saying, I wonder where Gil is today. But folks, that's what it's about. See, this is what Gil likes to do. As I know many of you, me included. I mean, folks, I don't know too many people that don't like to travel. And I'm not saying you got to travel all over the world, but I mean, even traveling within the United States or in your own country. I mean, folks, come on. Let's be real here. Tell me, how many of you watching right now would like to be able to get up tomorrow morning and just fly to some destination that you want to fly to? I know we all want to go somewhere, and not just fly, but fly first class, because your internet marketing business is allowing you to do that. How many people would not like to do that? I mean, it's beautiful. So again, I mean, I know that that's a passion of yours, Gil, and I know that. In fact, I know it's probably one of your whys. You know, one of your smaller whys why you do this, and it's great because I mean, it's one of my whys too. I didn't. In fact, before I started doing this, I didn't realize I liked to travel as much as I do, but I love it. I love it because the other beautiful thing is my business doesn't stop. I mean, I just grabbed my and I treated myself to this, guys, not too long ago. I just grabbed my my laptop and I take it anywhere with me. And Gil, I know you do the same thing, brother, because I saw you guys. This is real. I saw this guy make a testimonial about a traffic source that by the way, guys, we have a great traffic source coming. He made a testimonial about a traffic source, and he was in the airport. He wasn't sitting in some stuffy office somewhere. He wasn't home. Gil, where the heck were you? Were you in Japan or somewhere?
No, at the time that I made that video, and just to give you guys like a background on how that story happened, I was in Japan and I was supposed to be on vacation, but like most entrepreneurs, I genuinely love my business, being involved and working with people, helping people, and so I was still getting updates from the office. That's when my manager had said that we can't access any of our accounts and all of our client list or student list is missing. Somebody had taken the file and ran off. It had taken me 2 years of doing online webinars to build that particular student list or a client list, right? And I was just focusing on the training side. So I just delivering the training, the information, and the content. My partner was the one who was supposed to help promote and build the list, get more subscribers onto our list.
I see.
And so what freaked me out first was, how in the world am I going to build a list? It took me 2 years, you know, and we got like 700 people onto that particular subscribers list. And, you know, at the time I was already working closely with Miles and applying some of the other marketing and traffic strategies. And in a week, I generated over 2,300 new subscribers, right? And that's just in 1 week. And as soon as I got off the airport, checked my Wi-Fi, and I saw how many people had opted in, I thought it was just absolutely amazing, because now instead of spending the next 2 years trying to build a list, I had no background in that kind of stuff. That was my biggest concern. And now all of a sudden we were able to overcome that particular, you know, challenge, that objection, and keep moving forward. And it's definitely another thing I want to highlight and point out, because with a lot of the entrepreneurs that you see that Miles features and puts on there, there's a specific reason why they're on the session, and that, you know, if you notice, they are either all currently paying their dues, they're putting in the time, they're giving up something to gain something else, they have goals set in place, or simply put, you know, they've made the sacrifices and have put in the time elsewhere. So whether you pay your dues now or later, you know, one thing that we all have in common is we've given stuff up in order to gain what's most important or what really matters to us at the end of the day, so whether that's traveling for you or spending more time with your family. And so, yeah, I made that video right as, you know, 10 minutes after I hopped off the plane. I was in Korea waiting for my pickup. And so now we just focus on building a relationship with all these new subscribers. So that was, I mean, that blew my mind, you know, 2 years, 700, 1 week, 2,300.
I saw you do it, and I'm still like, my mind is still blown. I know you, and I know how quickly you were able to build up those subscribers, you know, with the right source, and my mind is still blown. So, wow. That's fantastic, Gil. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Any which way, you know, we can contribute and help out. And if anything, you know, again, thank you so much, because, you know, working with you, like the other guy say, and I definitely want to stress on that. I mean, Miles is the kind of guy that makes time for the people that, you know, that is serious about their business, and if that they're ready to take action. Or like people like to say, you know, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, like a lot of these other entrepreneurs, you know, have already reached that tipping point. You know, he is available, he is there, but it's not the kind of coaching or working relationship where you're babied either. And I really respect that about Miles, is because he gives you enough to get done, right? And once you've delivered on those action items, you have more waiting on there. He's not going to baby you throughout the whole process. After all, at the end of the day, you know, you've got to be able to implement and take action, right? You don't want to be babied all the way up to the point of, you know, you can't stand on your own 2 feet. So I really respect and admire that about Miles. So thank you so much.
And I respect that about you, brother, because I know, okay, I know you're doing the same thing with your team. And I know that's why there's so many people that are being attracted to you. Not necessarily even attracted to the product. Even though, yes, we do have fantastic products here, they're being attracted to you. So that makes me feel good. I must be doing something right because, brother, you're turning into, I'm sorry, you're not turning into, you've turned into a real badass.
I will gladly take that. And yeah, just some, I do a screenshot here for you, or a screen share, but with the internet being a little bit iffy. But one of our newer, you know, team members that just joined the, you know, the mastermind group, made his first sale online today. So that was the very first online sale he's ever made. He's been on the internet for 3 years. And we also had another member last week that processed and, you know, picked up 4 new online sales, right? So they just got started. They're gaining some traction, and wanted to, you know, give you some of the latest updates and progress that some of the team members are doing as well.
Fantastic, brother. Oh, no, I know anyway. I know you're crushing it, brother. But that's great. That's great to hear. That's what it's all about, folks. I mean, we say sales, but you know, sales to me does not equal money. I'm saying just me. I don't know about you. Sales to me doesn't equal money. Sales to me equals lifestyle. That's what it means to me. So, folks, yeah, definitely. Thanks, Gil. Appreciate you, brother.
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to my my next guest, my next 2 friends. Which, guys, you know, it's weird. I stay up a lot of late nights. Sometimes I stay up all night thinking about my team. I joke with my wife that they're like children, and like you don't want to favor one child over the other, but you guys know what I mean. But you know, sometimes they say you save the best for last or whatever. But anyway, guys, these 2 people, very, very good friends of mine. I've known them for a while. You know, the gentleman here, we have a story that goes back. We did some business together years ago that kind of came full circle and brought us here. Yes, I am watching the time, but I'm going to give these guys all the time that they need. I know there's an Empower Network Empower Hour call coming up at 9 o'clock. But guys, if you jump in a little bit late to the call, no big deal. Jump on the call. Jump on the Empower Hour call about 9:15. You'll be all good. So I wanna bring up these 2 people. It's Chris and Lori Brendamore, very very good friends of mine. And not only that, you know, just a great. You know when you meet some people, they're just great people. You know, they're just fun people. They're very positive people. Just the kind of people you just get good vibes from. They're folks, you'll see. they're just great people to be around, and I really respect them so much. So with that said, Chris, Lori, how are you guys?
Fantastic, Miles. Thank you so much for having us on tonight.
Yeah, we're honored to be here tonight, Miles. We really appreciate it. And you're too kind.
Yeah, too kind. And we love the stories from everybody else. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, they were all awesome. I mean, it's amazing the different backgrounds everybody's come from. We don't have quite the sensational story, I think, as everybody else has tonight. I'm kind of been living the average American, you know, where you're told you go to school, you get a good education, you get a good job, and you do great in life. Well, that's kind of what I've been going through. Except very early on in my career, I realized that I realized a job really wasn't going to get me where I wanted to go. I had big dreams, and I wasn't going to get there on a job, so I was always searching for something. And actually, really early on in my career, we actually were involved in an MLM business, which I know that David Wood talks a lot about his days in MLM, and you had to have a huge organization to make any significant money there. The commissions were just so tiny. You needed a huge amounts of people, and most people just aren't capable of recruiting that many people in an organization. So we were always looking, and Miles and I met probably almost 3 years ago now, I think, in a real estate deal. So
I think it was longer than that, brother.
Yeah?
You know what? I think it was, well, you're close. I believe it was 2008.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been knowing you for a while, brother.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, most people would probably say that, in a career I've been successful. I always thought once you hit maybe, you get to that six-figure level and you're successful. Well, I was able to do that, but it really still wasn't helping me get to my dreams. Matter of fact, we really weren't living the standard that we wanted to live in our life and be able to, say, put enough money away for our kids for college. I don't know if anybody's going through that, but it's ridiculous what you pay for college these days. And I don't know how anybody could possibly save enough money in a normal job to put their kids through college. But anyhow, so we were always searching. And Miles and I crossed paths years ago in a real estate deal. And I thought that real estate was going to be the solution for me. I could certainly, I was always looking for something where I could replace my income. In real estate, you could certainly do that. The challenge I had there, and I know Miles had similar challenges, was keeping that income consistent. The up and down, it was a roller coaster. You have good months, you'd have not good months, and I was looking to try to get something that was a little more consistent. And then the real estate market's up and down all the time, and there's things changing. You got to keep up. Different areas are doing well, and other areas aren't. So you always need to be on top of your game all the time in real estate. It's certainly, you can certainly make a lot of money at it, but
Chris, you know what it is? Real estate, it's a job. I mean,
it's a job. Yep.
I worked for corporate America for a number of years, and it was a good job. It was a good job, but once I decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I did not want a job anymore. I wanted a business.
Right. So I was constantly looking for something, a business that I could get involved in, where I could replace my income, and not, I couldn't just drop my job and start this business. It had to be something that I could do part-time, build it up, and then eventually replace my income. So, real estate didn't quite do it. And so, I kind of, Miles and I stayed in touch. And all of a sudden I started seeing him posting this stuff on Facebook. Like, Miles, you got to tell me what you're doing here. What's these posts you got on Facebook? So, of course he shares, all the videos that Vic has, and I'm like, I always wanted to get involved online. I never really knew how to do it, or how there had to be a way to make money online, but I never really came across the right program. I've tried different things, nothing really worked, and you saw Vic, and I'm like, all right, here's a guy who's obviously making a lot of money. I don't know that we did an income disclaimer, Miles, but
no, you know what? You guys go ahead and make a disclaimer. Go ahead, guys.
So, anyways, we saw Vic. He's obviously he's not only talking the talk, he's walking the walk, and he's willing to teach. Here's a millionaire willing to teach you exactly what he did to make millions of dollars. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. I need somebody who's walked the walk to show, not some guru out there who is making their money selling you a product, who may or may not be walking the walk. A lot of these guys, I think, make their money selling educational products. They not necessarily have done it. And to me, they always seem to be missing something. There was always seemed to be a missing piece of the puzzle. Mm-hmm. And, Vic just brought everything together. The mindset, the techniques, the association with others, and that's huge in this business, is the association with other people. That was one other thing in real estate. You're kind of on your own little island, and you didn't really have a lot of interaction with a lot of different people day to day. I did belong to some real estate clubs, and we meet once a month, but you know, you weren't really sharing stuff because you.
And those I'll say it publicly, those real estate clubs, at least the ones that I knew, most of them were cutthroat.
Yes.
We're not helping each other at all.
Right. There wasn't a lot of helping out. But anyhow, I came across this, and I'm like, this is perfect. You know, we got a mentor. I got somebody that I know, that I've known over the years, that I can trust, that he's not just trying to pull the wool over my eyes and make a couple bucks off of me. You know, here's somebody that I know. I trust what he's telling me. He's introduced something to me that, you know, it looks absolutely perfect. You get an opportunity to make a significant amount of money. You can certainly replace your income. Not a lot of money to get involved. You can get involved for as little as $25, although my goal was as soon as possible to go all in the business and be fully committed. And it took me a while to figure out exactly how to do that, but I did eventually go all in the business. And, you know, you want to say anything, Lauren? One of the things that's really awesome about this is the fact that I can...
Let me interrupt you. She is going to say something because don't lose your train of thought, Chris. I want you to keep talking, brother, but I want to get, when you're done, make sure you let her get, I want to get Lori's perspective, you know, from the woman's perspective, from the wife's perspective on what you do. So I want to bring her up soon.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to kind of try to work my way over to her. One of the things with all the things that I've done in the past was, especially with real estate, I really couldn't involve her so much. You know, it was something that I was doing. She didn't quite understand what I was doing. It was difficult for me to bring her into that and involve her, and it's something that we wanted some. She always supported me in everything I did 100%, but she couldn't really get involved. And this has actually been something where now not only is my wife involved, but I have two of my sons that are also involved in this business. It's something that the whole family can do. And what really spearheaded that was our first event. And this is something if you're out there watching this and you have not been to an event yet, I know we got a couple coming up. You will not understand this business until you get to an event. So
I can vouch for that.
It's really changed the dynamics of my business, because now my first event was Denver last July, and I brought my son with me. And something happened there in that event in my son that I've never seen. A spark just lit inside of him that had been extinguished, say, years ago. And it reignited. And my wife saw that when we got home. And I said, I don't care what we do, the next event, you're coming with us.
I got to interject.
Now, I'll let Lori talk.
Now, I have been very supportive of my husband through everything he's ever tried. And for any woman out there who feels that she's also supported her husband on things, my thing is have faith in your husband, because if your unity is tight, you can go just about anywhere. And I have always dreamed of having the ability to touch more people, to just say to everybody, reach out to more people and make them believe in their dreams. And I've always wanted a way to do that. And not understanding fully what he was doing, but supporting him and seeing the spark of life come back into my son after going to Denver, I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I'll go to the next one. And that happened to be in D.C. Now, for me, and I do mean these events are everything. And I am one person who can vouch for that 100%. Going to the event and trying to understand what it was that he and my son experienced. And I have to say, it sparked something in me. Now, the first night we were there in D.C., I didn't sit in the back like some of the stories you might have heard of people sitting way in the back with their arms crossed. It was literally Miles and Sonia who kind of like encouraged us, like keep coming up, like we're sitting up here and there's 2 rows back there, and that's where we sat. My 2 sons, Christopher and Justin, and my husband and myself, and we sat there, and I was like, open-minded, and I'm going to take all this in and see what the big hoorah's about. And I have to tell you, hearing stories of the individual speakers going up there, it just, if you're not human, you shouldn't even be in this business, because this business is about people transforming their lives and becoming the best they possibly could be for themselves and for their families. I mean, that just sparked it in me, because I am all about family. And if you have seen any of our videos, trust me, I am for the family, and I believe that families out there need to experience this, because it'll bring back the unity in your family, it'll bring back the security and guidance that the children need today, and I want parents to be the kids' heroes, not a superhero, but their parents as the heroes, setting a new path in life. That's why I am so hyped up about this business.
Wow. That was powerful.
On the head, as you know what, it's funny because you're talking about events. I remember when I met your wife. It was Washington where I met.
It was.
And that was a time where she was coming to see what it's like, and I remember meeting her the first night, and she was kind of receptive. She's like, okay, let's see what this is about. But by the end of the weekend, she had transformed already. She didn't have to like get home and think about it, and she had transformed already, and she had already developed her message, which is extremely important. She had already developed her message already, what she wanted to put out to the world, and I was blown away. I was just really, really impressed, as I am right now. I mean, you, Chris, and your wife have just now dropped so many golden nuggets, and I want you guys to drop some more, because I love listening to you guys. And folks, by the way, guys, those of you that don't know, Chris and Lori, they do a hangout every Saturday at 2 o'clock U.S. Eastern Standard Time. So, you guys should definitely check them out on Saturday afternoons. I do it myself. I drop in a lot, or I'll catch the recording. But is it 2 o'clock, Chris?
Yep. Yes. 2 o'clock Eastern. Yep.
Cool. So let me ask you another question, because I love talking to people, especially my friends, and I'm always curious about things. You guys have dropped some really nice golden nuggets, but tell me, I'm trying to pose this question the right way, because I'll give you guys a heads up. This is going to be a vision question, because vision is everything. It's again, vision is beyond what you see for your family, your immediate family. And I think Lori touched upon it already, but I guess I kind of want to hear it again. Like, you guys as a couple, what is your vision with this business? I'm not talking about next year or even 5 years from now, maybe 10 years down the road. What is your overall vision for this business? I hope I'm not putting you guys on the spot. But
this is the vision I share for every video.
Go ahead.
All right.
Cool.
Our vision is to help 1,000 families become financially free. To have moms be home raising the children and watching them grow into amazing adults. And to see that they have faith and belief. It's amazing the transformation that happens in everyone that's inspired with this business. And we just want them to just understand that they're great people and that we believe in you. We believe in you. And most importantly, you have to understand that people, when they do believe in you, they see something in you. We do see things in you. We know that this can happen for you. And believe me, it's amazing that when you start to believe in yourself, then you start to open up more. Then you start to receive more. So that's why our vision is to have people have more faith and belief in themselves, because we all believe in you.
You're going to find this hard to believe. I know, Miles, you know this, but back in October, you would not have caught her on video. All right, so not only was she inspired in D.C., but one of our teammates pulled Lori aside and made her do a video with her. Okay, and she created a monster. Now I can't get her off of video, but it's awesome. It really is, because I would do Hangouts, and she says, "No way, I'm going to do that. You can go ahead and do that. You'll never get me on. I don't care. I'm not going to get on video." But it's on. Well, we got twins down here now. Look at that, twin Napoleons. Yeah, I mean, she just. You can see it on video, how she comes across on video. She's just inspired.
You know, this business. I love this business, and I love everybody that we have come to know and love. And I'll tell you, when I do believe, I believe in us. I believe in you. I believe in everyone that we've come to know. And I have prayed so hard to have a way to help more people. And this is our answer. And I know that people are praying for an opportunity to come their way. I know, and we have the opportunity. We have this. We have what you need. We really do.
That's fantastic, guys. And folks, again, that's why I said at the very beginning of the Hangout that I'm so blessed. I mean, guys, folks, put yourself in my shoes. Come on, put yourself in my shoes. This is just a sample of what's on my team. These are the type of people I work with. Can you see? I mean, can you see why I'm blessed? I mean, really. I really mean that, because when I was in the real estate industry, I was mostly alone by myself. And the people that, other than Chris, the people that I did do some business with, I mean, it was just a lot of backstabbing. I mean, Gil, you know what I mean. It was just a lot of backstabbing. But I think what I need to start doing before I end this Hangout, and Chris, I'm sure you won't mind. You better not. I think what I need to start doing is saying, this is the Lori and Chris show. I see your names here, Chris and Lori Brindamore. Brother, you need to switch that. Plus, live your life at home. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. I call her my personal David Wood.
She's great, brother.
She's awesome.
Guys, I'm telling you, folks. Guys, listen. I gotta say this last thing. Maybe not the last, but before we end the Hangout, folks. There's many of you that are saying you're sitting there, and you're saying to yourself, number one, I don't know if I could do this. I don't believe it works because I've tried other stuff. I've tried other scams, this is not a scam. And number 4 or 3, whatever, I don't think I could be on a Hangout or do a video. Well, this young lady, she said she wasn't going to do a Hangout. Didn't think she could do a video, which I know many of you are afraid to do a video, or you don't want to get on camera. Here's the thing. What if she stuck to that and said, well, I don't think I could do this internet marketing thing. I don't think I could be on camera. This is serious, guys. If she didn't just take that next step, kind of jump in, she would have never known that she has that gift inside of her. And she does have a gift. You can see that.
Yeah.
But she would have never knew. She would have never knew. And, you know, of course, we're all going to go to our grave someday. She would have went to her grave with that gift buried inside, never having a chance to share it with the world. I mean, serious, guys, I'm not just here trying to sell you something. I'm asking you, do you want to go to your grave with your hopes and dreams buried, and people are saying, well, you know what? He or she probably could have did blank, or could have did, that person probably would have been good at X. But if you don't give yourself a chance and dig deep in yourself and find out what talents you have, you'll never know. Now, if I'm talking to somebody out there who's complacent, they just don't want any more out of life, well, that's cool. Then fine, you know, stay like you are. But I know, because I talk to people every day. I know 99% of the people out there do want to make a change in their lives, in their families' lives, and in other people's lives. So, again, Lori is a perfect example of somebody that had a gift, had a talent, and really, Lori, you need to thank your husband, because if it wasn't for Chris, you would have never knew you had this gift and brought it out. So you guys need to thank each other.
Oh, absolutely. I thank God every day for having him in my life, and I can't edify him enough. I really can't, and it is so true, Miles. It is so true. I do thank him for everything.
And we thank you actually
Yes.
every day, Miles, for bringing this opportunity to us.
Yes.
Because we're really all about, and I think you'll see it with a lot of the leaders in this business. They're really all about helping other people. It's not really about the money.
Mm-mm.
I mean, once you get to that point where money is not the object anymore. It's all right. How many people can we help?
Yeah.
And that's really what it's all about. Is how many people can we help? How many lives can we change? That's really, what we want to do. It's not really about the money. It's how many people can we help? How many lives can we touch?
How many lives can we change?
Right. How many lives can we?
Change for the better,
We know there are
change.
people out there that are hungry. I know that people have been through either my situation or any one of these people on here tonight. We've all been through different experiences. I'm sure you relate to at least one person here tonight. And you probably don't know where to turn. Well, we're giving you the opportunity here to change. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter what your situation is. You can put all that in your past and change your direction today. You can change it today if you want.
Yeah.
And we've seen so many transformations happen in front of our eyes. And we just want other people to experience the same thing.
Absolutely.
That's really what it's about. That's what it's about for us.
That's great, guys. And that's the best way. I mean, I believe wholeheartedly it's the best way to spend your day. I'm not talking about doing a job or running a business. I'm talking about when you wake up in the morning, you wake up and your goal, one of your goals is to help other people and change people's lives. And then you go to bed satisfied, okay? You go to bed satisfied, looking forward to the next day. Folks, I don't have. I posted something on Facebook earlier about I love Mondays, which I do, but it's really cool because I don't have days anymore. I have to live by my calendar because I'll forget to do things, but I don't have days. There's no such thing as Monday, Tuesday. And oh my God, I used to love Fridays. Plus, I'm a club person. I go dancing and all, but I don't have any more Fridays. I mean, I remember years ago before I started doing this, every Saturday night, me and my wife were out dancing at a club somewhere, which, many times we still do, but there are many Saturdays, and I never thought I would do this, there are many Saturdays I'm sitting right here working on my marketing campaigns, what have you, or I'm talking to a team member in another country on a Saturday night because there's no more days. I mean, the only day I really separate is Sunday because that's the Lord's Day. But other than that, man, there's no Fridays. There's no thank God it's Fridays. There's no, oh my God, another Monday. No, I thank God for each and every day because when I wake up each and every day, I have another opportunity to do what I do. And I think you guys should know by now what I do. So with that said, folks, I want to thank each and every one of my friends here for coming on this hangout. And really, guys, I really mean that. Because, again, you guys are entrepreneurs. You know how valuable time is. So, I mean, I really want to thank you guys for coming on. Napoleon, I want to thank you for coming on, brother.
No problem, my man. No problem. My pleasure.
Thank you. Lawrence, my brother from another mother from down under.
You're welcome, Miles. You're welcome. And when you come to Sydney, I'll be there waiting for you, mate.
Oh, that's and folks, that's the beautiful thing about this business. I have friends all over the world, so when I travel there, I don't got to worry about looking for a guide. You know what I'm talking about? I have someone that can show me. You guys know what I'm talking about. Gil, thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to Lawrence, Napoleon, and of course Chris and Lori. I met them in Miami, and I mean, just fantastic stories. And I mean, if anything, we're lucky to be on this, be on your team. So thanks for having me on here.
You're welcome, bro. Anytime. Come back anytime. And Lori and Chris.
Oh, he's switching it up already.
I can't. No, seriously, guys. In fact, you know what? I'll say it here. I'll just say it here and now. I will next month. I don't think I'm going to make it to New Orleans because I'm going to be in California. I might try to skip over to New Orleans for just on Sunday, maybe. But I will. And I never miss events, and neither should you. I will be at the North Carolina event the whole time. I know you guys are going to be there, so I'm going to say it right here publicly now, because I'm getting really particular about how I spend my time. In North Carolina, I'm not sure Friday night or probably Saturday or whatever. You and your wife and my wife, the four of us, we are going to dinner. Okay, I'm telling you right now, we're going to dinner, and dinner is on me because that's how I treat my friends.
Thank you, Miles.
Thank
That's
you,
so
Miles.
sweet of you.
Mark it on your calendar, okay?
All right.
You're going to North Carolina, right? Don't stand me up.
No, we're going. We'll be there.
You're not going to take us to McDonald's, right?
Hey, now, see, that's what I'm talking about, folks. I said dinner. Does it really matter where I take the food?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
As long as we're with two of you, we'll be fine.
Listen, guys. I don't eat McDonald's. I eat
either.
there, but I don't eat McDonald's. I know. So, and here's the thing. I like to treat my friends how I treat myself. I'm kind of a high-end guy. I like nice things. I like. Hey, I'm not saying you have to do this. I like expensive restaurants.
I agree.
I like nice cars. I like, you know what I mean. You don't have to be like me. I like nice clothes. I like nice things. So with that said, I'm going to look for the best restaurant in North Carolina. That's where we're going, folks.
I got a cousin down there. I'll ask him.
So don't worry about what side of the menu to look on. Just go for market price.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Miles.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you and Sonia.
See you soon, folks. We're having too much fun here as we do every Monday. I got to get off this call, so
Okay.
I just want to say thank you guys again, all of you out there for hanging out with us, hanging with me and my friends, and guys, this is what we do. We have fun here, and again, we change people's lives. That's what we do. I really kind of want to get rid of that teaching people how to make money online, selling products online. That's just a vehicle to what we really do. What we really do here, guys, is change people's lives, period. And I think all of my friends will agree with me. So with that said, guys, I want to thank you guys once again for hanging out with us. My name is Miles Seegers, and I want to remind you guys before I get off, I know there's been people here that have resonated with you. I mean, some people don't resonate with me. They think I have a big mouth and I talk too much. That's okay. But I know there's people here that have resonated with you. So in the comments section, hit these guys up. I mean, these guys are team builders. They're people builders. So you want to work with any of these guys here, hit them up. You can find them on Facebook. We're very, very accessible. So definitely do that. So with that said, guys, thank you guys for all hanging out. All of my friends here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miles. Good on you, buddy.
Thank you, my man.
Nice meeting all of you.
Miles, Napoleon, Lawrence, Chris, Lori, good to see you again.
See you
guys.
Hello, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you, guys. So with that said, guys, once again, I'm Miles Seegers for the BIM Transformation Team Hangout, and I just had a blast tonight. I think this is one of my best hangouts. I just love hanging with my friends. That's what it's all about. So with that said, guys, I'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoy your night, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you guys right back here next week. You guys take care.
Good night. Bye.
See you guys. Enjoy.
You too.